Hello? Hello? Welcome, welcome. Okay. Yes. My freaking mic loves to work, yes. Okay. Let me switch to the game. Hopefully it comes up. I'll also turn off the music in the game here. By the way, the music you're hearing right now is from the new update, stuff. I guess I should actually do a monitor. Usually Bedrock does not like other stuff happening at the same time. So, yeah. Ooh, let's go. Let's play some preview. So first off, oh, this is design preview. That's interesting. First off, the reason why we're doing preview in the first place is because the preview has some changes to vibrant visuals that we can look at. So let's do that. And so when we go to create a new world, we have to actually select experiments here. For the actually no, is it always on? Let me see. Camera features, render dragging creator features, jigsaw features. I don't think we need those. I think in the latest full release, you should always be able to turn it on or turn it on in experiments or something. So we'll see. Locator bar is also on. General, hardcore, respawn. Let's do it on hard. I think we don't have to do anything here. Interesting though, very interesting. A lot of these different camera features, because we can start a new world here and I think it's gonna be fine. It doesn't say anything about having to not turn on vibrant visuals, right? Because I'm pretty sure it's an experimental toggle that you can turn on in experiments in the full release. We'll just say vibrant visuals. Test there. Also, I don't know how many people are gonna click hardcore with all the bug rock stuff, but yeah, should be able to create this world quickly. You can see my bar. But yeah, last night I had to spend a lot of time updating every machine to the latest Windows update. And I had to delete Voicemeeter because it was preventing running a lot of that stuff. Oh, it's not by default. Let me actually see what was interesting. Okay. Favorite performance, favorite visuals. Let's do custom. We're gonna go through the custom stuff. Adjust brightness. Not visible, barely visible. Okay. Okay, yeah, that's not visible for me anymore. Everything's on ultra. Upscaling by linear, I don't know which is better. We'll do native resolution, but we'll put everything to low first. We'll check out what low looks like. Volumetric frog quality off, reflections off. Bloom, I don't think bloom really matters that much, but we could turn it all the way off. So this is vibrant visuals on the lowest setting here. So resume game. Holy moly. It is the morning, huh? We'll play through one day at the lowest visuals, and we'll see how it goes. You can see my FPS and stuff. Let me actually check. Oh, do I have anything that would alter my FPS here? extra large UI. FOV can be altered by gameplay. I guess 20 chunks is a lot. Maybe we'll do 16 chunks. We'll try to lower that here. Then we got... I don't know if I see anything that says... what my FPS should be. I don't see any option for VSync as well. So maybe that's just it's just the FPS I'm getting off of this the Vibrant Visuals stuff, right? So got everything on low. We'll see. Resume game. So we're on 60 FPS right now, and it's trying to hover around 60. So I'm pretty sure there's a cap in place, but I don't know how to change that really. But we can play the game for a couple while. We'll see that it's just turned day here, right? Let me actually check how much the bloom matters. We'll go all the way to the top for bloom. Yeah, I think the bloom matters a lot because it's a lot brighter now. I don't think it'd really take my frame rate at all. I can really only do this at low and very low on Bedrock for iPad M4. So it's kind of like, this is interesting, right? Open your inventory. Press E. Nope. Not gonna listen to you. But you can see all the stats they have for this. You can also see my build. My old build, 4-year PC. Up there, right? 6900 XT. And it's hitting almost the max memory. Ah. Oh no, is it updating the max memory? It says I have free... I don't know what free means. I think that's memory. Yeah, it's updating the max memory usage, I think. So it's using about 6 gigs of memory. I have tons of memory. So that's very interesting. My GPU is actually being used at 65%, right? So with these settings, you still get the like pixelated textures, but it's not actually that much. Let me see. You still get the shadows here, right? It's kind of pixely as well. One of the things I did turn off was the fog and stuff. So volumetric fog should actually be interesting, and also no water reflections. Scroll or press 2 to hold item. Wow, oh my goodness. Oh, but yeah, there's no water reflections, but you still get the shiny thing through the the shiny reflections of the water itself onto the casted water onto the blocks below. So that's nice, right? That's pretty cool, all right? And it goes all the way down. Interesting. I feel like it does go all the way down to even the bottom there. Hey, Aqua, how's it going? How are you? I'm doing fine. Just, I had to do a lot of stuff yesterday, so I'm feeling a little bit under the weather, but other than that, that's fine. But everything also looks kind of like super saturated as well. Kind of, it feels like, it feels like alpha Minecraft for some reason. But that's okay. Grab this. Actually, let's do a little bit more like that. Get a boat. Get a stick. Get some of that. Also, I think I have animations turned off, so that's why you don't see the animations that you would normally get in Bedrock Edition. We can build a furnace and stuff. Oh, I should have collected leaf litter and all that. But yeah, that is the lowest level. We'll see how it looks at night, because maybe at night it's going to be way, way darker than I think it should be. Okay, we could probably get ourselves a diamond pickaxe right now. Let me see. Sword. Let's get an axe out here. We'll get another bit for a furnace, so we can start killing some animals and grabbing their meats. There we go. But yeah, it really does feel like Vibrant Visuals on my screen is like alpha. It really feels like alpha for some reason. Alpha Minecraft with all the saturated colors and all that stuff. Like, this is super saturated. I'm not sure if you see this, like, granite here, but it's super duper red. And then I couldn't even tell. This was also dirt right next to it. It's like super close to each other in terms of color. Yeah, let's go take some animals' lives. Oh, we can also go underground. Maybe that's a better way to see like what it looks like in the darkness. Yeah, it feels kind of off. I don't know why. The colors are just super saturated. Hold on for a second. Okay, just a little sneeze effort. Let's go grab some leaf litter so that we can use it as some fuel. I think there were some decorative comments about this. They want leaf litter to also have a different form or different colors. Like, they want leaf piles that are bigger, but they also want the colors of the leaves to change a little bit, maybe have some like flowery versions, which is interesting. But yeah, look at that. It looks very translucent from above, huh? And for some reason, it's capping the FPS to like 60, and I don't think I have VSync on at all, so it's just very interesting. And also, this monitor shouldn't be at... Oh, wait, is it at VSync? Hold on. I gotta check. Did it change my monitor settings? Let's see. Does Windows Update change my monitor settings? That's the problem. Displays. Display settings. This. Advanced. No, it's still at 165 Hertz. I don't know why Minecraft is capping the... Oh, what the heck did I just turn on? Render clouds. Oh, okay. Yeah, the clouds are rendering. I think they look kind of interesting. It kind of looks like see-through, in my opinion. Well, let's see the... Oh yeah, this is the new music disc, I think. Yeah, it kind of looks the same. The water looks the same. We can also turn it off, you know? We can see how it looks like turned off, right? My visuals, fancy. Like, this is what it looks like turned off, right? Oh, look at that, 14 FPS. Look at that, everything was rendered. Yeah, everything's like... It just caps at 60 for some reason, right? So this looks normal to me, except for the water a little bit. We're gonna turn Vibrant Visuals back on. I wonder if it saves the settings for Vibrant Visuals. Okay, I think it does. Yeah, okay. So we're gonna turn reflections Oh, bloom, turn... Actually, that's what we did before, right? Shadow quality low. You can't turn these off. Okay, so we'll do clouds medium and see how much that changes the clouds here. I honestly don't think it changed that much. Let me check. What does clouds even do? Is it trying to cast a shadow or something? I honestly don't understand what clouds are doing. Is it making it go further out or something? Is it just that? So clouds look the same. Maybe it's just that they are farther away. If I turn clouds all the way down again, we saw how far they are from us. We can turn it back down. Yeah, okay. So clouds changes the furthest cloud distance, the render distance for the clouds. So it's not like clouds look better, it's that clouds are rendered farther. Yeah. Okay. Tons of clouds. Also, that didn't drop my FPS by that much, so that's not too bad. We'll check out the shadow quality next. We gotta be next to someone with shadows. Also, it's turning night. So we have shadows like that, right? That's casting like that with the grass as well. We'll see how it looks when we up it. So what does shadows do? Maybe shadows is the same thing, you know? But it says shadow quality. It's not like shadow... I think there's more bits of light passing through it. Okay. Maybe shadow quality affects the aliasing. Maybe it's allowing more data to be used. Or maybe it's the update result here, right? I think they do look a little bit different. Maybe it's the updated animations and stuff like that. We'll go all the way up and see if there's anything. Is it casting shadows on itself? I think it is. But there's more updates per second, I think. And also more light shining through. Okay, we'll go back down. We'll go back down and see if that's kind of like the difference. Is this the update? Hey, Sun DV 5. How's it going? I don't know how you want me to say that name. But no, this is preview. This is not the full update. This is preview version, so there are some changes from the full update that was released yesterday or something like that. A couple days ago. So this is not the Vyram visuals you'd be seeing if you were playing on, let's say, PS5 or something, you know. But okay, let's put it back down to low. Let's see how it goes. I think it's still updating very frequently. Is there more light coming through? No. I don't know what it means though. Oh, there's a... it is changing very fast there. The level of light around us. Based on the time of day there. So what does... I have no idea. Like, it's updating, right? You see that. It tells us an item on the ground. You can see just the layer of light sweeping through everything, right? Because it's getting darker. The light is just encroaching on you. I can't really tell the difference between the shadow quality. I don't... Is the shadow quality just the draw distance of the clouds again or something? Like, is my shadow is affecting the sheep right now, right? Is it just how many bounces it can do? Let me see. Like, if I put it to low. No, but you do see, I think it is aliasing. I think it is aliasing. Or anti-aliasing. Like, if I do this... I don't know. Hey, sheep, what's going on? I don't really know what it means by shadow quality here. It's very mysterious. Oh, but you see, at night, you don't get the light going through the water, which is cool. I don't understand what it means by shadow quality. Oh, well, we do gotta eat. Oh, there's another pig. What does it mean by shadow quality for real? Oh, that guy's got a trimmed hat there. Very interesting. I do not know what it means by shadow quality. Perhaps iron though. Good thing it's not hardcore. Okay, nothing below. Oh yeah, they added the crit particles or something. No, not the crit particles. I think they added the magic particles from enchantments. Okay, this is very dark. Holy moly. Oh, look at the moon. It's kind of blue. You know, honestly, the shadow quality, I feel like it is the distance from the player that it's going to render. I can't see it, but I can see the moon from the reflection there. Look at that. Very interesting. Oh, some carrot on stick. Yes. Man, the clouds are just covering up that. Oh, I think the moon is also casting a light there. Cool. Although the moon follows you because it's local. It's a local light in Minecraft standards. Well, it's local because it's way far away, right? Doesn't really change the distance that much. I'll try to get a better look at the moon here. How does it look in Minecraft? Oh shoot. Gotta dash, gotta skedaddle. Oh, look at that. It looks very nice, very blue. Oh, there's a witch. I think we'd be pretty safe in the waters. We don't have any wool. And it's probably very hard to see, honestly. I'm not sure how it is in your guys' views, but maybe this darkness is very dark for you. Oh, I hear a dolphin. I don't understand what the shadow quality does. We know that clouds go the cloud quality is the draw distance, right? I just take some fireflies and dash. Hey Sandy, how's it going? Pretty dark? Uh-huh. Okay. So let's see. Although we can't really see anything, right? Let's see, for real. Show days played, that's fun. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know. Shadow quality doesn't really seem to be doing anything, so maybe if you... Maybe we'll notice it. I'll put down some blocks in a radius around us, right? And we'll see if it's just the distance. But it says shadow quality, right? I don't... Clouds, I didn't know what it was, but shadow quality, very interesting. Hey, Dolphin, what's going? But yeah, the moon does cast the light through the water. If you can see that. I can actually kind of see it on my second screen where I'm looking through the OBS stuff on a not so good monitor, not so good secondary monitor. But yeah, I can still see the light casting down all the way through. Very interesting. I need some sheep or something. I need a village. I don't want to be out here. I want to be able to control the day and night cycle here. Yeah, the cloud render distance is not that bad. I don't think you'd really notice it on shorter render distances. Like if you were playing on like 8 chunk render distance, I don't think cloud render distance really matters to you. So if you have that, maybe you should turn it off and you're playing with vibrant visuals. There's also some kind of light there. Maybe it's a lava pool. I don't see any light that indicates a village. But it does feel darker in the sense that it feels more like alpha Minecraft. Oh my goodness, look at there. Look at the shininess there. The emissive textures. That is very cool. Oh, there is a trident guy shooting at me. Like, I think that's pretty cool. You get to see the emissive textures more intensely, I guess. Let's get off here. Oh. Underneath the water? How does it feel? There's still this fog. But... It really... Oh, shoot. It really does feel more like alpha with the darkness. Oh my goodness, I didn't see that there is nothing there. Okay. Okay, we run. Like if I had a torch, maybe that'd be good. I don't have any of that stuff at the moment. Are these... Oh, shoot. I missed every single shot there. My goodness. Oh, there's some zombies. Why is it when I want to find a village, there is no village? Why is that always the case? I want to sleep through the night. We do have like lots of shadows in the dark here though. Like the moon is still casting a bit of light. I just die to a ravine or something. Oh, but the fireflies are nice. Okay. It's still okay, they're giving off some particles now. Oh my goodness, my throat. I'm not sure if they're giving any light. I think they're just emissive textures. Like, I think you could see a little bit of bloom around them. Like, I think this is where bloom plays a lot of effect here. If we look at it without bloom, maybe it's just going to be a pixel. Yeah, it's just a pixel. Okay, so bloom really affects the emissive textures. That's what bloom does. Bloom really affects the emissive textures, and also bloom is very... Bloom is also affecting the general brightness of everything. So it looked a little bit darker without the bloom as well. So yeah, the bloom really affects those emissive textures a lot. Oh, did I have the boat? Yes. Okay, I don't see any villages. Let's go a different way. I didn't even get that much food for real. Oh, it's turning lighter. Look at that. Oh, look at that sunrise. The pinkness. It's hidden by the fog a little bit, but that looks pretty cool. Yeah, look at that. You still got the light reflections there. You got some squid down below. You got the light reflections of the moon. And then you have the fog effect of that, of the sunrise. Isn't there a fog setting in Vibrant Visuals? Fog volumetric fog quality. So if we turn that on, how does that feel? Maybe it's not that great. Like, I feel like volumetric fog quality is basically just gonna turn up the amount of things it needs to render, just up the quality of it in a, it blends more. Maybe we should be looking at the blending. How does the blending look here? We turn it off. Is it just a straight line? No. Is it blending with like the clouds in the background? We can see the clouds back there. Like if we put this to high, ultra. No, I don't think it really changes that much. Okay, we're looking at that. That has more of a gradient there, right? We'll see how that looks. So if I turn it off in general. I don't think that really changes that much. I'm also not really seeing a big performance hit on my PC, so this is definitely less demanding than ray tracing. Oh, pretty. Now I need to know if there's different sunrise colors. Well, the sunrise is going to change, right? It's going to change from pink to yellow when the sun fully rises, I believe. Yeah, I don't know though. Fog quality doesn't seem to be affecting that much. Maybe if you're playing on a less capable device, you could turn it all the way off. Like, what are we trying to see through fog quality? Yeah, you see it's like turning more orange. The moon is, you could barely see the reflection there. You can't even see the moon anymore. So it's kind of interesting. You couldn't even see the moon beyond the mountain, but the reflection was still being cast there. Oh, look at that. You got the sun. The sunrise. But you know the sun is not there, right? You know the sun is right not there. It should be up here to cast a reflection, but it's basing it off the layer that you're looking at, right? That's very interesting. Can't see the sun yet. Oh, now you can see the sun peeking through the clouds right there. Okay. Volumetric fog. Let's see. Let's see how the volumetric fog quality holds up here. Okay. That seemed a little bit darker, but I'm not sure if that's just the... That was just like... something else happening. We'll turn it back on there. Oh no, okay, you can see it. This is fully orange now, right? But when we turn volumetric fog off, it is not orange, right? But the difference is not really that big. If you have the resources, probably it's okay. Like, low looks okay, right? I don't think low looks bad at all there, right? But if we go all the way back up to medium, medium looks fine. I can't really tell the difference between... We'll see the difference between low and... So low is like that. Maybe the fog goes a little bit beyond these trees or something as we scale upwards. So let's go to ultra there. Maybe? I think it does, just a little bit. So, and maybe you look at the clouds as well. Maybe they're also being affected by the light. Let's see. Temperature fog low. I don't think there's really that much of a difference. I feel like it's very negligible. I mean, okay, I'll look at the water here. Maybe it changes a little bit there. Okay, I think it does change with the water there. You can see the water just not having that much of the fog effect on it. With Ultra, it's just a little bit more foggy there. I think it really is just the resolution of the blending. It's the fog quality. Yeah, it'd be cool if they had a red sunrise on thunderstorm days. Oh, that'd be interesting. Okay, so that's the fog quality stuff. It does have an effect. It's just not very visible. Unless you're like testing it like I do. Okay, reflections on and off. Reflections gonna take quite a toll, I think. So reflections right now, I guess since my shadow is being cast in, okay. Since my shadow is being cast in this direction, I should be able to see myself or something. This way. Also, yeah, the sun is rising. It's turning more yellow. It's still got like this orange hue around the sun. Maybe that's also part of the volumetric fog. Or maybe that's part of bloom. Let's see how bloom looks without it. Okay, yeah, bloom also affects the color around the sun. Like you can see basically a outer shadow, outer glow around the sun without with bloom. But without bloom, you don't see that like orange glow beyond the sun, right? And you've also got these little striations, little gradient bits on the side there, right? But if I turn blooming to like to low, I guess we'll say like you could barely see a little bit of an orange outline there. You turn it all the way off, you don't really see that. It is just the gradient and then the sun, right? But bloom, I think, really helps the most in immersing you in these vibrant visuals, because now you can see a deep orange like outer glow to this thing. Oh, does it also affect the clouds? Let me check. Maybe that also is very interesting there. No, okay, it doesn't really affect the clouds. So if you care about the clouds looks, maybe bloom is okay, but I think bloom is probably the least costly thing that you can do because it's a slider, right? I mean, a slider could mean accessibility and stuff like that, but it's like you can turn it all the way off or on. I think it really doesn't affect your system, the power you need to use it that much. So I think it's not that bad, but let's see. So we have no reflections on right now, but everything else is pretty maxed out. Let's check the reflections here. So reflections on low. I think you see like, I'm not sure if that's my shadow. I think it's just my shadow. Like that could be from shadow quality. If we turn off shadow quality. No, I think shadow quality has like the least effect here. I think shadow quality is basically just the range of the shadows. We'll still turn it back on ultra. So let's turn it on ultra here and see if we can see ourselves. Now, I actually don't know what I really would want to see. I mean, okay, you can see the shadows, the color being cast on the pigs and the sheep there, right? So this is, I think, a good test of how reflections will work. So high. Okay, I think you could see them more clearly. Okay, I think what reflections is basically them blending in the reflections a little bit more, the colors from the mobs. I don't think there's really that big of a difference between low and stuff. But I think ultra No. Okay. You can see it's blurry now, right? I think it wasn't applying it before. Let's turn it on low here. Okay, it's hella blurry. It gets way more blurrier. Oh, that guy disappeared. Rip. Let's see. How can I test this? Maybe if I'm at the side here. Right, can I see myself if I go to F5? I don't think so. I think it just... Oh, I think I do see myself a little bit. Oh, but it's very hard to tell. How can I tell? Maybe I should just look at other things along the shore. Because I think you can see... You can see the sand right there reflecting, right? And even if I... Okay. I think it has to be on the screen. I think it's... If I turn this way... I think... Okay. I think Bedrock's blending makes it so that the water doesn't really... doesn't really shine that well. Or it gets more opaque as we turn this way, right? To the FOV. So you can't really see that much. But if we stare at this right now, right, you can see the trees and everything like that. And it goes pretty far. Does it depend on the angle? The reflections go pretty far down, like all the way to there, right? So maybe it's just the range of the reflections that's being costly here. So that's low. We go to ultra. Oh, okay, look at that. You can see the range of the water here, of the reflections go way up. Look at that. You can even see that tree casting a reflection all the way down there, right? So the reflections is basically the distance that they want, or they will allow you to render what objects are near the surfaces of water there. So we put it on low, right? Yeah, you can see that this line got really small there, and it's cutting off quite a bit of the terrain. If we go to... So it's not affecting the quality of the reflections, as if it's affecting the radius that it's allowed to show you, right? And so on high, you can see some of the trees don't get cut off now. On low, or on low, on... That was on medium, I mean. On high, it gets a little bit farther away. You can almost see the whole thing. But now on ultra, it allows you to see basically all of it. Basically all of it reflecting, right? So you can see all the variations in the mountainside there. But it sucks that it's basically a screen space reflection. It's not really a ray trace reflection, because it lowers the quality as soon as the trees at the top are not in the field of view. So yeah, but I think it still looks fine. I think it still looks good. So maybe it can be a little bit visible here as well. We'll check if we have it all the way at low here. Yeah, you see how short the mountains are rendered here, even though they were very long in ultra. Like, we could see that. Right, okay, so it was cut off there before, and now it's cut off, and now it's not cut off. It renders all the way around here, right? So that's pretty interesting. It's the radius. And I think I do prefer this. My PC is powerful enough to run everything at ultra, so that's great. But let's check the shadow quality again, because I think it's the only thing that matters. Oh, maybe TAAU. I think this is time scaling. Not like bilinear scaling, but time. Oh, wait. Hold on. Is this fine? Is this better? I don't know which is better. Let's see. I can't really tell a difference between these. Or any super difference that I'm not seeing. Okay, maybe TAAU is less saturated. Let's look at the sky a little bit. I feel like the pigs are way less saturated than with bilinear. Because I think bilinear doesn't involve time. I think I feel like it's more saturated with bilinear. I'm not sure. Just a little bit more saturated. Maybe not. Maybe I'm just tripping. Maybe I'm just tripping here. I don't know if that's the case. Also, I do need to eat. Come here, pigs. You'll be porking away to my furnace. Okay, I think that pig's gone. I don't know if I saw another... Oh, there's some more pigs around here. We'll eat first and then we'll check the other stuff. I also don't know how it's going to look at night, but I feel like it's going to be the same just because the moon is basically another source of light. So it's not really that big of a deal. But yeah, I'm unfortunately on a powerful system that can handle this stuff, and it's somehow VSync to VSync to 60 FPS, although my computer is at 165 hertz, so I don't know why it's limiting it to that at the moment. Let's see. If I do bilinear, is there any difference? I don't really see a difference. But it defaulted to bilinear, and everything defaulted kind of to ultra before. So I'm not sure if that was the best move, right? So if I do this, you can see my shadow move like that, right? So if I do bilinear, does that change that? Is it because it's not in motion that I'm not seeing this difference? The shadow kind of like moves very not with you in bilinear, maybe. Oh no. Maybe not. Maybe I'm just confused here. I don't know what the difference is. It's very not it's very subtle, I guess. The rendering used here. Although, no. Okay. I'm dumb. This is upscaling. I'm playing on native resolution. Let's do 33% upscaling here. Holy moly, that is blurry as heck. Of course it wasn't doing anything. This is upscaling. Bilinear. Okay. Bilinear is definitely sharper. Oh my goodness, look at that. Bilinear is definitely sharper. TAAU is definitely more blurry. But maybe it will change based on different resolution scalings. Yeah, look at that blur. Holy moly. So definitely bilinear if you're playing on low and you want to upscale it. Okay, let's see if TAAU can do 75% looks okay. No. It looks hella blurry still. Okay. But let's check bilinear. Bilinear. Okay, I think this is definitely better. This is definitely better, but it still looks hella sharp. Look at all those jagged lines there, right? So I think native is obviously the best thing you could do. You don't have to worry about upscaling at all. But if you were to choose something, yeah, look at that. Like almost not, almost no fully jagged lines there, right? If you don't want to have a blurry vision, maybe bilinear. I'm not sure which one is more performative because I can't really test that with this PC. But yeah, that is super. What the heck? Are these cloud shadows? Wait a second. Is that what it means by shadow quality? Hold on. If I turn it to low. No. Doesn't really do that. But I kind of feel like the blending changes there. Not sure if that's what I'm seeing. No, I'm not sure if that's what I'm seeing. Okay, we'll just scatter some leaf litter, by the way, and we'll see how the shadows look. After this here. I feel like the game is trying to apply some kind of custom HDR. So it's like, it doesn't feel that great. Like, I feel like everything's way too saturated or something. Okay, I don't really have a good flat field to test it on. Oh, maybe over there. Maybe over there is a better test area. I'll have like 2 bite wool. Get like another sheep to spawn in and die for me. Okay. That's enough there. We have this flat field here. Oh, I guess if you turn off clouds, you won't see those shadows at all, right? So cloud distance is also a thing. No, okay. Clouds does not affect the cloud shadows there. It only affects the rendering distance of the clouds. Okay. Where's a more flat testing ground here? Oh, I totally forgot my food. But we'll mark this place just a little bit here so that we can see if shadow quality just affects the range, because I don't feel like the shadows really do much of anything for real. So we're just gonna, you can see the shadow of that guy all the way down there, right? Like, does it affect the quality in this manner? Okay, so we're at ultra, right? Low. Oh. You don't see items. It still renders the block shadows, right? You don't see item shadows at low. Item entity shadows at low. Oh, medium. You still don't see them at low. Or at medium. At high? You start to see them at high. Okay. Interesting. It doesn't seem to affect the quality. I think it's only affecting how many things will cast shadows. Right? Not the quality of the shadows. Like, I am not really seeing a difference. Maybe if we look to the grass that's overhanging there, maybe the quality will change based on how low we are. The grass is casting some kind of shadow. No, the grass shadow is not being cast differently there. So I'm guessing shadow quality is basically just how many things will cast shadows. Does it affect how many things that are on the ground that will cast some shadows? Like if I had a lot more things on the ground, does it affect it if we go from high to ultra? Like, all these things have shadows, right? If we go from high, does it limit the amount of things that have shadows? No. Although that kind of like the the spread of light is always kind of interesting. But the shadows update. The shadows are updating based on their position, right? Maybe they're not updating in high. No, they're still updating. Okay. I don't really know the difference between high and ultra here, but I think if you wanted to, I think these are the settings I would do if you wanted to have the best experience with the least performance cost. Basically, just have that. I think clouds doesn't really matter that much, because at lower render distances, you're not really going to be seeing the clouds, right? But at higher render distances, like 16, right? That's fine. Volumetric fog quality, it really doesn't really matter. It's kind of okay at low, right? And at ultra, even though it cuts off a lot, maybe medium reflections is fine. And bloom, I think always should be 100%, honestly. So, like here, is it really that much different from like seeing it from ultra, right? Right? Is it really that much different? Because we can just play at this level, right? And that'd be super fine. Like maybe it changes a little bit here. Oh, hey, like you're seeing all the shadows of the water cast there, right? Maybe if you're playing next to a lot of water, you might want reflections to be at the highest, but I think reflections is probably the most costly thing. But if you're at low, like if you're at low, you really don't see that much, right? It kind of gets cut off a little bit, but if the terrain is actually pretty low can work pretty fine. It's just that if you're playing in more mountainous areas with some water, maybe reflection is going to have a major impact on how you're looking at everything. So I'm just saying that maybe you should just have it at medium. Bloom, I think, is kind of non-negotiable unless you don't like bloom at all, right? But you can also just adjust it to whatever you want. For upscaling, though, upscaling is interesting. Because if we're upscaling bilinearly, you can see, like, it's kind of really jagged there. I think if you're upscaling, you can definitely bump up everything. Although it's really not going to matter that much, I believe. But yeah, just a little bit more blending with the volumetric fog there. And if you're upscaling, you should probably choose bilinear unless you hate aliasing that much. And you'd rather have like some sort of blending there. But it looks super soft. It looks super soft, except for the UI with TAAU, in my opinion. You might not notice it on a smaller device with the smaller screen, because I am playing at 1440p here. And so maybe if you had a 720p screen, TAAU could be fine. But bilinearly, I think it's the best way to upscale at this moment. But it doesn't matter if you're playing at native at all, because those effects won't work. And yeah, there is a time of day, right, where shadows aren't cast because there's no moon and no sun present, right? But as soon as the moon comes up on that side, a small shadow will be cast in this direction, I think. So shadows can matter a lot with items if you're always used to having item shadows on, right? So you should probably always have the shadow quality on high, at least, if you're used to that stuff. But yeah, the moon there. I guess we didn't check the bloom on the moon here. So the moon has a little bit of bloom. around it, right? So we turn off bloom at all. There's like a harsh line for the moon, right? But it has just a subtle blending effect with the bloom that makes it look much better, in my opinion. Like it kind of just makes it look more blue and nice. Although it gets really, really dark. Though you can still, I don't know if you can see because it's so dark, there's still shadows being cast on, by these items on the ground here. Yeah, you can see my shadow now that the moon's a little bit higher. I don't really care about the leaf litter. I don't know why I'm grabbing it. Oh, shoot. I'm getting shot. Oh, no. They've got... They've got auto aim. They're cheating. But, yeah, this brightness... This brightness is very reminiscent of alpha days. Oh, yeah. Maybe we should check out the brightness thing here, right? We can adjust the brightness to be super bright here. Like, if you're not a fan of very dark nights, or if you don't really want that kind of stuff, I mean, you could probably turn up the brightness like that. You can see everything. It's basically like the brightness setting in Java Edition, right? But obviously, if you put it at low, you can't see anything. Holy moly. Oh my goodness. Oh, you can see the light of the spider there. That's like super hard mode there. Can't see anything. Basically blind. But yeah, I put it on so this is like basically not visible, because that's what they tell you to put it on. And I can still see everything. You probably can't see that much on the screen that you're watching the stream from, because even though I'm streaming and probably this game is being run in Windows HDR, I'm not streaming in HDR or anything like that, so maybe it's a lot darker than I see it. But you can still probably see like that sandy shallow pit over there. And because of the lightness of the sand, you could see everything around here basically without too much trouble, I think. And underwater, I guess the only thing we haven't really fully dived into is underwater. How does underwater look? Like your eyes should be able to adjust to the underwater look. Like you can see the bottom of the sea down here, and also the shadows are blocking this kind of reflection. Oh shoot, I am out of breath. Oh, there's a guy over there. Oh shoot. I thought I got into it. Oh no, I pressed space to exit the boat. I thought it was shift. Oh, I could press shift or space? Okay. Oh, you can see the reflections here as well. See the trees and the reflections in the night. If I turn off reflections or to low or something, right? Okay, you could definitely I don't think you could really see that much in the dark. I could barely see what's happening in the dark. If we turn it to off, yeah, you just see the gradient of the water. So I think reflections does help a lot, but reflections is probably the easiest to customize because it's the easiest to see the difference. Actually, clouds is probably the easiest to see the difference. Like you see the clouds in the night sky there. You can turn off clouds, or not turn off clouds. Turn it to low. You see it barely fits the distance. It's probably like 8 chunk render distance or something. But clouds, the easiest to see the difference and probably the least demanding. If you put it on high, that's fine. I don't really care much above high, to be honest. But medium, I think it's definitely somewhat okay for any system running at like less than 16 chunk render distance. So I guess these are kind of like my preferred settings. Maybe we'll do preferred settings. We'll do it on high because I do like the item shadows. Clouds on medium. Clouds low is way too cuts it off way too close. Volumetric quality, fog, I'm low there. Reflections ultra, I think medium's fine. So honestly, I think these are probably the settings you kind of want to aim for if you're having troubles with performance and stuff like that. And plus, all these things are coming to Java as well, so it's not really that big of a deal that we're looking at it on Bedrock. Maybe they'll have even more features, more more features later. But Vibrant Visuals is definitely not coming anytime soon. Might come in the winter drop, but right now I don't think it's going to be part of the summer drop. It's only experimental on Bedrock Edition even. So yeah. And honestly, I think this is fine. You'll probably get the best experience putting everything on ultra, but you might lose a lot of performance if you do that. But I think these settings are absolutely okay for experiencing Vibrant Visuals in its full glory, right? Holy moly, look at that. Do you see the Enderman? Enderman have these pink emissive particles. These pink and purple emissive particles. Look at that. That's actually super cool. Yo, that adds so much. And you see the reflections of the spider eyes. They're emissive and also they reflect on the surface of the water there. I think that's super awesome. There's a zombie villager coming after me. Man, if I can see a village at night, that'd be pretty swell. Oh, there's a skeleton. Oh, there's a couple of skeletons in the water there. Maybe we'll keep going this way or something. Also, the firefly bushes, you can see the emissive textures on the surface of the water there. Although I'm getting closer now, and now you see the blooming firefly glows. I think if you really want to experience firefly bushes and a lot of emissive particles, you do need bloom to go up all the way. I think that's kind of non-negotiable if you really want to have that kind of immersive experience. I know a lot of people hate bloom in other games, but I think bloom really helps here. Really helps the experience. Because bloom just looks okay. I don't think the stars in the night sky are not blooming, I think. Or if they had any bloom, I think it's very, very minuscule. But the bloom affects how the moon looks. The moon looks majestic, right? It also helps how the firefly bushes look like, how the what is it called? The Enderman particles glow, right? If we find another portal, we could probably look at that as well. Or we can make one. Honestly, I can probably go to creative. I could probably just set myself to creative here. And then soon. Okay, my god. But I think the blue moon looks nice. I think the only thing I don't really like about this, about Vibrant Visuals, is that everything feels super saturated. And I'm not sure if that's just because Windows auto-applied auto HDR or something like that, right? But when it's daytime, it just looks super unlike what I'm used to in Minecraft. And it's saturated in a different way compared to, oh, look at that. In a different way compared to Java Edition shaders that you can get on third party. Look at that. Maybe the volumetric fog setting will have a great impact here. We turn it off. Okay, barely anything. Honestly, it's not really that bad if we turn it off. But we go to ultra. It's got that kind of blending. It blends everything. But like I said, I think it's okay to just put it at low. Still got that little blending bit, but that's fun. Also, here's the thing I think a lot of people wanted as well. I think you should be able to see the Pale Garden in this sort of fog, right? Like, I feel like there should be like a grayish fog when you're looking at Pale Garden biome, and then when you go in, there's this palish fog, you know, as well. So I think that'd be cool. That'd be cool to add. Look at this sunrise though. Carbon Visuals is giving the very, very deep sunrise look. Because if we turn it off, if we turn off Vibrant Visuals at all, right? It looks like that, right? So I think Vibrant Visuals is definitely the way to go. And a good thing it just saves what options you have, right? Let's look at that. I think that looks way better than Minecraft's simple lighting. And I actually can't wait to see this on Java Edition. I want to see how they do it. Look at that. You see the gradient in the water, right? You can see how it turns to this like it just shifts based on the time of day here, right? Although we also didn't test rain as well. I didn't even allow cheats in this world. I don't know why I didn't. Oh, look at that. You can see you can even see the little sparkly reflections of the water onto the surface of the blocks below as well. As the day turns up, right? Can I just turn on settings now on cheats? Creative, yeah. Activate cheats, yeah. Okay. Weather, rain. Excuse me. Huh. It's actually kind of interesting. Yeah, the fog just keeps getting closer in. Does the volumetric fog have that much of a difference here in the rain? Like, we have it at low. Turn it off. Okay, yeah, it definitely looks way paler with it off. We could probably turn it back on to ultra. Huh. Maybe it's better if I'm on the ground. If I'm on the ground looking at the rain. Huh. It kind of doesn't feel like it's raining. I feel like the sun is casting way too bright a light. Maybe if it's thunder. No, it doesn't really change that much. Yeah, I don't think it really changes that much. Oh, it just shot the water there. Yeah, the rain is not really, the volumetric lighting isn't really doing that much here. My bad. Wrong tab. I think low is still fine for volumetric lighting here. Yeah. Very interesting. Well, we should weather clear because the bitrate is getting hella washed. Yeah. But you can see the fog does recede back, right? It recedes back to its original radius around the player, right? That's not too bad. Like how you do see like the shadows cast by the clouds It's pretty nice. I'm gonna try to find a village and set it to night, I think. I forgot, I'm not in spectator mode. Oh, look at that. You'd see the shadows popping in. Maybe we can see that through shadow quality, right? So shadow quality is on high right now. If we put it on low, okay, you can see it starts to pop in for those trees in the back there, and you can also see kind of like a shadow radius. You see a little radius as a gradient on the grasses below, right? So maybe shadow quality does affect the spread here. So we put it on low, we put it on medium. Okay, I don't really see a difference in the shadow quality there. High? No. Don't really see a difference there. Ultra? No. Okay. I don't really think I see it much of a difference. The shadow pop-in is still the same. So I think it basically only affects what items can cast shadows, what entities can cast shadows, right? So we're still going to keep it on high. It's not really going to affect anything that's like... It's like too... that's like based on radius or something. It's really only going to affect things that are on the ground. That are shadows. Oh, you can see my little shadow. Up in the sky there. On the... if you see it in the little bit of sand below me. I wonder if it does affect like the radius where shadows can cast items, basically. If I turn it on to low, or items can cast shadows, I mean. No, you can still see my character down below. I think what we need to do is I'll honestly just keep it at high. I think high is just fine. How come I don't find a village, man? How come there's no villages around for me? I saw pillager outposts before I found a village. But I think, in general, all these new shadings definitely makes the game feel more immersive. Oh, look at that. That's probably like the worst thing about Vibrant Visuals is that you can definitely see the water there, but it's like blending not so greatly. Oh, we have an ocean monument. Okay, let's see how it looks like. How does an ocean monument look with all these shaders on? It's super foggy. Does the volumetric fog help here? If we turn it off, it looks like that. Kind of sharp, maybe? Sharp blending of the blocks. Right there. If we turn it all the way on... Oh my goodness. Okay. It definitely blends in a lot more with volumetric quality on high there. Holy moly. So volumetric fog quality honestly makes the most difference. Where fog is super close to you. Now this is at low, right? But if you turn it off in general, you only see like the sharp lines of the blocks, right? Yeah. I don't know how many people prefer this. But I think volumetric fog quality is pretty immersive. But I think low is fine. I think volumetric fog quality low is fine. We also have the light from these blocks here. How hard is it to explore in this place? Like without night vision potion or something. Oh, look at that. Look at these particles in the water. Oh, it's emissive. Oh, that looks pretty nice. It also tells you where the walls are basically as well, right? All the particles in the water basically are in empty space and not walls. So even with volumetric fall quality on, you can still make your way through if you look at the particles and the fog gradients on the blocks. If I put a conduit down, maybe that could change a lot of stuff as well. But maybe we try night vision first. Although these guys do not have glowy eyes or anything like that, so that's interesting. I don't think I've seen an Elder Guardian yet. Maybe he'll be more of a surprise. Oh, it goes up even further? Okay. No. I'm not sure if Elder Guardians should have glowy eyes, you know? Let's see. Let's give ourselves Night Potion. Effect. Night Vision. Oh, affect me. Add player. Night Vision. Infinite. Amplifier. 1. Hide particles. True. Okay. If you're playing on shaders, holy moly, it's super bright. It's super saturated. This is what I mean. Like, it feels a little bit too saturated. But, okay, in places without light, it's still hard to see. It's still hard to see without in places without light. So we just effect clear. Oh no, wait. Add player clear. Yeah. But I think it is better in the sense that you can actually see where the light's coming from more. I think if I had like a torch is not going to do anything, right? I'd have to actually place like... Yeah, the torch is actually emissive in your hand, but it doesn't light up anything around you. If I had like a lantern or something, I could just place it down. How much does this light things up? Okay, that's a good light. That's a good light to use down here. It still looks super saturated, but it's still fine. You can just place lanterns down. It because the color of the light is different, right? It is more contrasty with the surrounding blocks, so you kind of know where you are, basically. Or you're able to see all the blocks around you if you just place some lanterns or something, right? Even here, look. Like, even this is better than just having these lights as guides. Okay. But still kind of scary because you can't see the guardians that well, right? Okay. I think we're done with this place. But yeah, I think it's better just to bring lanterns. To be honest. Also place them up above. The only thing you can't do is place them on the side of the walls there, but... Yeah, lanterns is definitely the best way to go about this. Let's see. Game mode. Spectator. Let's get up. Get up and at him. I forgot, whoa. What the? Oh. That is so interesting. Oh, and now it's gone because the sunset is gone. And now it's turning... Now it's turning night. And it's giving like a deep blue light. if you're in the ocean and underwater, you can tell what time of day it is with the vibrant visuals. It's very interesting. Oh, the Guardians killed a squid around here. Killed a couple squids around here, actually. Like, it's deep blue there, right? Time, set, day, midnight, noon, sunrise, sunset. So we're at sunset here, and you can see the sun side is just giving that green light. And if I do at noon, it's going to look different, right? Yeah, at noon, it still has a green light, but it's like overhead, right? It's overhead, and it casts these light shadows on the blocks down below, right? And if it's... I don't think it's going to be that different today. Okay. It actually is a little bit different today. It's like at the start of day, right? And so the sun is on that side, and it's casting green over there, right? So if it's day, it's over there. If it's sunset, it's over here. And it also looks very, very interesting there. If it's noon, it's above us. The green is above us. Okay. If I set it to night, nothing. Although you do see the blue hue over there, right? So I'm guessing at sunrise. Yeah, the blue hue is like mostly... Oh, it's not really anywhere for real, but should be able to see like the sun coming up in that direction, right? Oh, it turns green. Okay. Or it's just me getting used to the sun again. Yeah. It's just like a blue halo when as the moon goes down again, right? It actually looks super majestic. I think the moon is finally leaving. Or maybe not. Oh, it's raining. Huh. You can see the rain. Does the rain change it? If I do weather clear, what happens? No. Yeah, it's still day. So when the orange light hits the water, hits the blue water, right? It only reflects the green. And you see all this in the day. I mean, I guess you could already tell if it's day or night just based on these, but I think you do actually still see this at night. Oh, at midnight, right. Yeah, you still see it at midnight. You still see these, like, the light casting through at midnight. But it's super dark compared to noon, right? Yeah. Holy crap, that was so much brighter. Oh, it also casts on the mobs? Hold on. Is this a change? Is this like shadow quality change? What would it be? No, not that. Keep that on high. Reflections off. No. What would that be? I don't think this is a changeable setting. Yeah, I don't think it's changeable. I think it casts on the mobs down below. Does it cast on... It casts on the fish. Look at that. Does it cast on the plants? I mean, I have to break this. Oh, wait. I'm not. I'm in... I'm in game mode. Spectator. What? Oh. I guess it doesn't cast on this because it's a planar thing. Yeah. Same with this. These are planes. They're not really block faces. But if we place a crafting table down here, it definitely does that. That is interesting. Huh. It doesn't keep the light level of the state before you break something, so it kind of looks a little bit off when you're mining underwater. What do we... Okay, we have it around here. Yeah. Yeah, look at that. You have the... you have the cast of the light all the way down onto full block faces. You can't be like these planes, but if we had like some sort of leaf litter or something, right, that we can place down below, maybe that'd be something that you can see. Oh, I see a wall. Yeah, it's on a wall. Okay. Yeah. Does it actually shine through to the wall below as well? Okay, look at that. It does. Okay. But if I put like a slab on it, will it prevent it? I'm pretty sure it will. Also, I haven't tried any glass and all that stuff. Huh. That is very interesting how it's rendering. Oh yeah, maybe we should check reflections with glass as well. Okay, we got some slabbage. Okay, it doesn't block it fully, maybe. Okay, now it blocks it because the shadow of the sun is over there now. It blocks some of it. Okay, I could block all of it. So it really does. It really does change with the world there. Okay, let's... Oh, maybe we can make like a little glass thing. Little glass hut in the water. Let's see how the reflections look after we do that, right? Okay. Okay. That should be all the water out. Huh. we gotta try to drown there. So the light goes through all the way. The shadow of this is also cast through that without the shadow of the water. And what if it's different kind of glass, right? What if it's magenta? It doesn't really change the color of the shadows or the light that goes through, right? But it does change like the shading on the blocks below it and around it. So you can have kind of a cool thing there too. What if it's tinted glass? Does tinted glass prevent all this from happening, right? Okay, light is still shining through it. Okay, let's set time to noon again. So now it's right above us. The tinted glass is not preventing the light from shining. Oh shoot, man. Not preventing the shadow here, right? But now it's all dark. It's super dark down here now. That is an interesting shadow being cast there. I'm not sure what that's all about. Maybe that's a bug they could fix. I'm not sure what's casting that shadow there. Maybe if I filled in that corner. Okay, it was that corner. It was that corner block. That's very interesting. Yeah. Yeah, so since these corner blocks are shut off, that should be shut off now. Yeah. Okay. So it should be dark like this, right? But since the corners are affecting the shadow placement or the light, it is not making this entire place dark. So that's interesting. Maybe that's a bug they could fix. Oh, but it does make, even though there's some light being cast here, right? You can see the freaking fish go on there. And also there shouldn't be any light below that block as well, right? But yeah, you can see that it should be all shadowed. If it wasn't, then that shouldn't be all black. But oh, you dig a little bit deeper and you get that. Oh, I put tinted glass there. If I put these back, yeah. If I put a block there that's not tinted glass, if I put glass there, yeah, okay. It only works on opaque or opaque blocks. It works on opaque blocks that you see this kind of bug, I think. Very, very interesting. But yeah, I don't think that's you can see how like I shouldn't be able to see my shadow here, right? But now you can. I shouldn't even be able to see my shadow on those blocks below. Yeah, I think this needs to be fixed. Yeah, that doesn't change anything because we got 2 blocks there. Maybe we change these 2 blocks and remove these on the side there, right? Yeah, we get the same bug happening. Where this should all be dark, but since there's light being calculated on these few blocks on the corners, we are able to see that that we are, despite being in a tinted glass enclosure, that we can't really make this whole block thing what is it called, make this whole thing black as it should be, right? All dark, no light, except for using opaque blocks. Yeah, kind of interesting. But then you put in the water, everything looks fine, nothing looks off. If you look at it from the side, you can't really see through it unless you're looking at it straight on. Oh, that is actually super cool. Look at that. It's got like this, it's got the angle of refraction stuff going on pretty nicely. And if we close this, yeah, you still see the shadows down below. And also up above, you still see the shadows. Yeah. Very interesting. Does this change based on the glass we place or what? Okay, yeah, no, it works the same for any type of glass. It's just that tinted glass should be blocking all the light, and yet it's not, right? That's the bug, I think, in environment visuals right now. Hold on. I gotta take a little sneeze. Okay, so let's actually go over what we learned so far here. Although my GPU is actually being used 88%. we're at 60 FPS. If this didn't cap us to 60 FPS, right? We probably could have seen performance differences when we were looking at all of the settings, but on lower end hardware, you probably will be able to see the settings affect your resolution or affect your FPS. But yeah, I can put this all up to ultra, but as we can see here, this is probably going to give you the basically the full experience. I think these settings will basically give you the full experience of using vibrant visuals. Yeah, without having to go put everything to ultra and right. I think bloom is kind of non-negotiable. You actually do have to have it max to get the full bloom effect off of emissive textures and all that stuff. And a lot of things have emissive textures, especially particles. There's also like it's also kind of interesting here. Maybe we would get a lot of performance destruction if we go all the way to up to 32 chunks as well. But yeah, adjust the brightness to what you want. If you put it up to brightness all the way up to the full brightness, it's basically brightness 100 on Java. I kind of wish they changed this on Java as well, so that it does have this like kind of adjustment setting, because it could change based on the monitor, change based on like the rendering setting of the window of the application, right? So having to be able to adjust brightness based on 3 simple like factors, right, is pretty nice. Clouds basically just changes the range of the clouds that you'll be able to see. Shadow quality changes what items can cast shadows, and basically at high, item entities will cast shadows. Volumetric fog quality basically just blends in the fog at higher distances, higher viewing distances, better. And reflections basically change how much of the screen space reflections will be shown when you're looking at things across different reflection types. Bloom, as I said, is emissive textures blending in with all the surroundings, making them glow, which is pretty nice. And it's not like a huge bloom as well. It's not like there is a noticeable bloom effect, but it's not like those bloom effects that just destroy any type of brightness on your screen. And upscaling mode, do bilinear if you can. TAAU is way too basically, if you're doing upscaling, you can't be a native. You have to be at somewhere around here, right? But if you want to do it, bilinear is the way to go. TAAU just looks so blurry that you can't see anything. But yeah, you can put it all to max. It's not really going to change that much. We can go time set noon as well, and go to some place that we can see some of the shadows cast and a lot of the terrain as well being cast here, right? So here should be a fine example, right? If we turn everything off, that's what it looks like. Very, very basic. Basic Minecraft there. Turn everything on. Everything gets to look very nice there. And as you'll see here, I think if we put everything to max, it's not really going to change that much. Yeah, doesn't really change that much. I will play at max probably because I have the power to run it, but go to shadow quality high, medium, low, medium, and if we go to, let's say you really want to just do 66%, that's 2/3 resolution, right? See, bilinear, it looks worse, right? But it looks a hell of a lot better than TAAU. It's all blurry. It's all blurry. I don't know if you really want to play like this unless you have, like I said, a low resolution screen before. It's probably not going to be that great. So bilinear is always, I think, the way to go. Definitely doesn't matter if you're going native. 75% is probably the best that you can do. And I think what you should aim for is at least 30 FPS, but make sure that it's not like it fluctuates below 30 to 20 FPS if you're playing right. Because I just feel like it's going to be a lot more noticeable and a lot more hard for you to play if you can't get at least 30 FPS. And if you're playing like this on like Steam Deck or something or I guess Switch 2 with variable refresh rate screens, aim for 40 FPS because that's 33% more than 30 FPS and it feels a lot more smoother. But as it is right now, I think it's fine. Oh, look at that. The shadows are being cast on the item in my hand. Is that the nature of shadow quality as well? Or is that the nature of reflections? Nature of reflections. If I turn that to off, okay, you can't see it when it's off. So this is definitely a reflections thing. Okay, you can't see him, it's low. Okay, but yeah. These are the settings I think you should want to aim for at the minimum if you want to get the most out of vibrant visuals. This is min-maxing vibrant visuals for lower screens, lower hardware. Probably this is fine as well if you go if you can do it, right? So I think this doesn't take that much away from the experience of using vibrant visuals. But obviously, if you have the power, you can. I think the thing that you want to boost up the most first is just get this to native. If you have the power and you're running this at like 60 FPS, maybe get this to native if you can, right? If you get this to native, it's going to be a lot better. It's going to look less sharp, less aliased. Oh no, the rain is killing me. Whether clear, I think it's gonna look the best. The only gripe I have with vibrant visuals is that it feels very, very saturated for some reason. I don't know why. I don't know why the saturation is killing me here. But like, this is super yellow in my opinion. Maybe it's my monitor settings or whatnot. Maybe it looks a lot better on your screens. But for me, it just looks way too saturated. And it might just be my monitor settings at the moment. I think this is probably running in HDR mode, and I don't like it. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I can't believe I did not find a single gosh darn village when I was playing here. There's one over there. The last thing I want to do is I kind of want to see this thing at night. I want to see villages at night here, so time set night. Like, how do these things feel? Oh, probably I should set it to midnight. It's basically sunrise or sunset here. Midnight. Oh, there's a wandering trader. I think it's super... The zombies are coming after them. Look at that lava. I think that should be flowing. I think that should be flowing a little bit more. I think it's very easy to spot villages at night. Now, I think it's definitely easy. Since everything is super dark, almost like alpha days again, with vibrant visuals here. Like, that is super spottable from a distance, right? Even as we go farther and a lot of it isn't rendered, you can definitely find it very, very easily. Oh, one thing I didn't actually check is in caves and stuff like that as well. Ah, yeah. Easy to find. Easy to find. Let's go deep underground then. That's the last thing I will check out here. Look at these mine shafts, though. That is very eerie. I don't know why. It just is so much more eerie with the shaders. It's super dark. Very interesting. The mine shafts. The lava looks super duper saturated in my opinion. I'm not sure if you're seeing this, but it's super red in my view here. It's super easy to see the lava. We can also probably try this out in the Nether as well. Ah. Why is that all bright? Everything else is dark. What the heck? Why are some of these rendering pretty bright? Oh, amethyst crystals? Amethyst geodes, I mean? Looks pretty nice. Maybe I should try to find an ancient city. How does that look with the skulk? Locate. Structure. Ancient city. Teleport to 900, 100. Okay. Interesting. The candles have this like nice ambient like emissive texture. Really nice. It is still super dark. It is still super dark in the ancient city, but you can still, the skulk feels a lot more foreboding. It looks a lot more menacing in my opinion. Because before I think you can barely see the skulk. But now you're kind of like, oh, the skulk is everywhere, right? It's all glowing. It also kind of mixes things up. And like the textures kind of mixed together in a way that it feels like it's like one thing, you know. And look at how it's animating as well. You can see in the background it's kind of like it's breathing, right, with the emissive textures that you couldn't see before. Like the whole wall is like doing the same animation. It feels like it's alive, more alive down here. Although the atmospheric fog, I think, kind of ruins it a little bit just because it's showing the time of day in the background. Like it's not fully dark if the ancient city is very large. But honestly, that's pretty okay. And you have this like flowing column of water here with the reflections. So that looks pretty interesting. Okay, lava pools there. Yeah. Oh my goodness, this place is like completely converted to Skulk. Holy moly. This ancient city is dead as hell. Okay. And down below. Oh yeah, the redstone looks hella good as well. I like the glow on the redstone torches. The redstone block does not have a glow though, interestingly. I mean, I guess it doesn't even emit anything. Yeah, in normal light, the redstone torches look the same color, you know, red. I like the glow of the lantern there. But in darkness, look at that. It's like a pale pinkish thing. Very easy to spot. The soul fire, I don't think there's really much to say about it. The soul lanterns, not much to say about it as well. What the frick? Why is there a campfire? Is this actually spawn for real? I've never seen this. I have never seen this. Dang, this is a large ancient city. Okay, let's locate a ruined portal. And go to Nether and let's see how that looks. Um, 800, 150. Okay. TP 800. Let's go to 90 and then 150. Oh no. Is it on the surface? I guess we'll have to make our own. Creative. Game mode. Creative. Let's see. Nether. obsidian, and a flint and steel. Flint and steel. Oh my goodness. Also, Bedrock, oh my goodness, that looks blue. Bedrock has this thing where some textures are like rotated. I'm not sure if that will ever come to Java, but you know. That's actually quite interesting. Look at that. The Nether portal itself is basically like glass. The light just passes through it. Everything around it is not glass. Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure if you're seeing it on your side, but this looks blue as hell to me. I'm not sure if Vibrant Visuals would change that much about this. Oh my goodness. These Shroomlight look really red for a second there. Holy moly, it's super dark. What in the world? Do you see this? It looks freaking dark. Whoa. I feel like they have to balance this. I feel like it shouldn't be this dark. I feel like they have to balance it in the Nether a little bit. Maybe it's better if it's this dark? It feels more cavernous when it's this dark. It's also got emissive textures on the crimson warts here. Very interesting. We gotta find a wart forest. Oh my goodness, I couldn't even see this. It's just some random wall I ran into. Oh, Nether Fortress. Holy crap, it's the darkest thing I've ever seen. Oh my goodness. The blazes are emissive though. You can tell they're there, but you need torches if you're playing Vibrant Visuals in the Nether. Oh my goodness. But the blaze spawners themselves are also kind of bright, right? But it is super dark. If you find a bastion remnant, right? How dark is that gonna be? It's all crimson forest all the way down. You just still got the emissive textures of the magma blocks though. Looking pretty nice, interesting. Huh. Oh my goodness. That lava is spreading. Okay, another fortress. Maybe we should just locate it. Locate structure. Bastion remnant. 706 blocks away. Okay. TP. Make a 700. At what? Negative 800. 500. Okay. TP. Negative 800. 500. Oh, we're in it. Okay. Okay, we will go back to creative here. It is super dark. It's almost like you can't really appreciate it that much. If you're inside, it's got so much lava. Like with these vibrant visual settings, I don't think you can really appreciate how it looks on the outside. Yeah. It's just going to be another dark blob that you can't see. The crying obsidian looks pretty cool though. A lodestone. Oh right, I think this over here was a Soul Sand Valley. I can't see anything in this Soul Sand Valley. You see the basalt pillars? Oh my goodness, the Soul Sand Valley looks super eerie. There's just random bits of blue fire everywhere. The soul fire just like... I don't even see any skeletons. Yeah, maybe the Nether is too dark in Vibrant Visuals. You do have to turn up the brightness a lot. Oh, I couldn't even see that gas, but at least the gas are kind of like white-ish, grayish, right? So you can make it out. And that's probably a good thing as well with the Enderman. They have particles around them, and skeletons are also white grayish, right? So they're easier to spot against this background, but it is not easy to spot them at all. Okay, let's see a skeleton. I have to spawn a skeleton instead. I can't see any. Oh wait, is that a skeleton? That was a skeleton. Oh, there's a skeleton in the dark here. I cannot see that guy. I just spawned one in. I cannot see these guys. Can you guys see them? They're in the darkest shadows of the world. There. Oh, I can't even see these gas as well. It's so dark. It's super dark here. Let's search for a warped forest. Locate biome warped forest. Negative 1394. Okay. Oh, we're in something. Okay. Okay, this is... I think this is much better. I can see so much more. I can see so much more in the warped forest. Oh, I also did not know the oranges were... I don't think the orange... No, I think the orange is emissive. Just slightly emissive. In the warped fungi. With the warped fungus. We got some little striders. Okay, I think it's better, but I think it's because this place has a little bit more light. If I find a bit of warped forest without that much light, like here, it looks the same. Looks the same. Yeah. It's way too dark. Basalt deltas are definitely dark. Oh, but basalt deltas have all these random bits of lava, right? So it's easy to see. Easier to see. Gas just died. Yeah. It's easier to see, and also the magma cubes have emissive eyes as well. Yeah, because of all the little lava pools, it's easier to traverse here with vibrant visuals on, right? But yeah, this is probably the easiest biome to traverse with vibrant visuals on. Otherwise, the Nether seems to be... It needs more balance, I think. It needs more balance with the light. If you want to keep vibrant visuals on. Otherwise, I think I would probably suggest people turn it off in the Nether. For visibility's sake. Oh, tried to light something there. Couldn't see it though. Okay, let us get out of the Nether. Let's get ourselves an end portal here. I'm pretty sure we could just build it in this biome, or in this dimension as well. Let's build it in a more lighter place. Okay. Oh. Very interesting. It is super dark here as well. What the heck are those flashes? Oh, but the Enderman particles are pretty nice. Also the beacons. Or the end crystals. Very interesting. I can barely see the Ender Dragon. What are these random flashes? I mean, I think the flashes do help, especially if you're trying to fight the Ender Dragon here, because now you get like a little sneak peek at it, but only when the dragon gets close to a pillar or the light flashes, right? You're able to see the Ender Dragon, and it's almost, you can barely see its eyes. It's got emissive eyes like the Enderman, right? If I can see an Enderman, where the heck are you, man? Yeah, they've got glowing purple eyes, and so does the Ender Dragon here, right? Huh. It's very interesting. What? The flashes definitely help. I don't know what they are though. They're like kind of like supernovas bursting in the distance or something. Stars exploding. That is super interesting. If we go out like 1,000 blocks in one direction here, I'll go like 2,000 blocks. Should go to the end islands here, right? Okay, the Core's fruit do not glow. Maybe they glow. No, they're not emissive at all. It's super dark. And then you have this random flash of light as you're going through. What about end cities? End cities, locate, structure, end city. 2600, negative 900. Okay. Okay, end cities look pretty nice. Although this is a very small end city. Oh no, it's not. It's not very small. End cities, compared to the darkness around it, it is so bright. And it makes, I think it makes sense, I guess. It makes sense that these things are bright. Just because everything else is dark as heck, right? Okay, that's an interesting shadow being cast. Yeah, honestly, exploring these, you don't really have to have that much light. It's just that exploring outside in the wilderness, you probably do need some light. And also, this has an end ship. Oh, also, I guess it's nice as well. If you're around here, right? These end flashes can illuminate a lot of stuff, but you can also see the these end gateways much easier. The end ship, though. What do you have here? Yeah, basically, it's just pretty dark around here, but there's usually no shulkers there. Does this have emissive eyes? Okay, it has an emissive eye and a emissive mouth. Interesting. Like, you can spot these things way easier in Vibrant Visuals, but you can't spot anything else, basically. And when the flashes of light happen, it lights up everything. But at the same time, it kind of like diffuses these already lit up areas. So maybe it's easier to miss them when the flashes of light happen, but usually the flashes of light don't happen that often, I think. and we just travel a little bit in one direction, maybe we'll be able to see, we'll be able to spot another end gateway or an end city fast compared to before. The flashes of light do help, though. It's just super dark. I think someone commented on one of the changes on this thing is that the flashes of light, or no, not that, but the flashes of light are like, you can make it sound lore wise to be like, oh, that's when end gateways appear. You know, end gateways are just black holes that take you straight back to the beginning of the end, which is an interesting way to look at it. Okay, we see an end gateway super easy. Another end gateway. Honestly, maybe finding end cities with vibrant visuals may be the easiest way to go about it. Although, you are trading off quite a bit of render distance in order to get this to work. In order to have end cities work. Vibrant visuals to work, I mean. So there's quite a bit of gap around here. Although this does give you the feeling that they are kind of sparse. A lot of barren wasteland. Okay. You can find an entity pretty fast. Look at that. Or you can locate it pretty easily. It's so dark everywhere else. Until the flash of light happens, right? It's basically the only thing you can see. It's the beacon in the end. And you can also easily see if there's a ship or not, because there's no floating light. Very interesting. What? Kill at S. I cannot kill myself? Okay. TP 0 0 slash kill at E type equals Ender Dragon. Does that create the portal? Yep, okay. Is the Ender Dragon egg emissive? No, it isn't. It doesn't have the emissive particles on it. Okay. Oh, this is spawn. Okay. So, I think that's basically it. All that I wanted to really check out and see. The Nether is way too dark, in my opinion. I think it makes sense in caves, right? Because these are meant to be dark. Meant to not have that much light already. Although I don't know what this light is all about. This glow lichen, okay. And just, if you're exploring a cave with some torches, you might not be able to see that much, but you can always change the brightness setting. So, but on the brightness setting that they recommend, using the guidelines that they use, it's super dark. It's so dark. You can barely see anything, but just a couple of lights can make or break the look of a place. It'd be interesting if they added some kind of like glow lichen like block in what is it called, in the end the Nether, Because even though you've got tons of lava everywhere, it's still hard to see the terrain around you. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Did I place 2 torches? Yeah, that's also a problem with Bedrock Edition. Sometimes you double place. This goes down to Deep Slate pretty fast. But if you're exploring out in the wilderness or out in the caves like this, you definitely need tons of torches. Although Vibrant Visuals also gives you a good sense of where the light ends as well. So you know the light, you know it's dark here, it's probably light level 0. So if you place that there, that's fine. And over here, you know, this is like the line to light level 0 as well. So you can place another torch there. And you know that that place is all lit up, and you don't need to worry about if a mob can spawn there or not. And it's much easier to tell, basically. But anyway, I think that's going to be it from me today. This lava should be flowing. There we go. There's also all these generation bugs with Bedrock Edition. But yeah, I hope to see this stuff head to Java probably this winter as well. Because they showed it off because they've done a lot of it to Bedrock Edition. But to Java Edition, we have no idea how it's going to look. Or how close it's going to look. And we know that it's coming because they wouldn't announce it for one edition without it being possible on another edition. So yeah, I'm very excited to see how it goes. I hope that they don't actually just limit the FPS to just 60 FPS. Although my GPU is definitely running at what a wolf. Definitely running at 60% at the moment. But that also includes me streaming the game as well, since I'm using my GPU for that as too. So it's definitely not as demanding as shaders are on Java Edition. Usually those are path traced, not ray traced. And this is not even, I don't think this is, I'm actually not sure if this is, if it's ray traced, then things that we see, no, this is, no, it's got screen space reflections and all this stuff. This is basically just new post-processing effects rather than anything that needs hardware to run or needs certain hardware components like ray tracing modules and whatnot, ray tracing calculators, all those matrix multipliers, yada yada. But yeah, super excited for when this comes in November on Java Edition. And also the summer drop is probably going to come out very soon based on a lot of travel. A lot of travel. What if, you know, I'll just say the name here, right? This is the name of the summer drop. It's the Lead the Way edition. Lead the Way drop. I don't know. I don't know what the drop would actually be. But it's like, it's got a lot to do with travel and all that stuff, so we'll see if they make a name suitable to that theme. Because you got the happy gas, you got the lead changes, you got the saddle changes, right? There's so many different things that are happening in the summer drop that are based off of easier travel, easier and more accessible travel, yada yada, right? So maybe it's the bring them home drop, you know? Maybe they'll add a bus in Minecraft, who knows? But yeah, that is going to be it for this stream. It has been 2 hours and almost 30 minutes, and I do have something to do right after this. So, we gotta look at everything. I will just go through the settings one more time before we end on what you probably should do if you have a capable enough machine but don't want to spend too much on ultra visuals, right? So these should get you all the way through to what you need. And if you're using upscaling at all, try to go at least 60%, at least 66%. I don't think 50 is good enough. And if you are upscaling, do not use TAAU. Bilinear is better, but recommended for anyone who's having trouble running Virtual Visuals at all. These are the settings that I think will get you the most out of Virtual Visuals. And don't feel bad if you can't run it at all as well. You would also set the render distance a little bit lower. If you do that, maybe you can set the clouds to low as well. But yeah, these are the settings I would recommend for people to run. If you can't do it native, that's the best. But yeah, that's pretty good. You get most of the experience out of these settings. And also, obviously, brightness is based on your setup, on your monitors and stuff like that. So yeah, just make sure that you set that brightness correctly and you should be fine. You should be fine. Anyway, that's going to be it from me today. Have a good day, good night, good life. Oh yeah, the music that's playing right now is the new soundtrack released in the snapshot in the Java snapshot. So we got a lot of new music to look forward to in the summer drop. So have a good day, good night, good life. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.